doesn't change the point that, like, just like Amazon is interested in driving traffic to Amazon from Twitch, inevitably down the line, I still believe that Kick is going to drive traffic into Stake. That's why Amazon bought Twitch, and that's why Stake built Kick.
So you want Kick to do the things that Twitch won't do in order to squash the claim, pretty much. You're saying that you want them to do better to prove the same thing.
I want them to do better in general because I want them to actually be competitive in the marketplace.
Yeah, didn't Twitch at least ban unregulated gambling? If Kick did that, sure, I'd be shocked.
No. Stop. Okay. You're just galloping. Don't say a claim that's false and then keep going. If I stop. No, not true. There's multiple websites that are still allowed that are all unregulated, that are on a daily, that garnish thousands and dozens of thousands of viewers on a daily basis. Nobody cares because I'm not the one and Train isn't the one doing it and gambling. And you know that it's true. It's true.
What?
It isn't a big dog doing
it.
This doesn't address the claims that Hasan, do you know if that's true?
What? No, it's all unregulated. I mean, look at my screen. Ready? I'll show you right now.
Okay, this doesn't address the claims that Poki's making, number one. Number two, you keep talking about yourself, right? You keep talking about yourself and saying like, oh, it's only because of me that people care about it. There is an element of truth to what you're stating. Now, the reason for that is simple. For example, on this website, if I go down to the Just Chatting stream, to the bottom of the directory, there are people streaming porn right now, okay? There are people streaming illicit content right now, illegal content right now. The difference between a bottom of the barrel Andy or 100 viewer Andy even doing something like that versus you, the largest streamer on the platform doing it, is of course going to be additionally problematic if people have an issue with it. So I don't know why you think that this is like a major own as far as like you singling yourself out. Of course, the reason why we don't know that like fucking Blaze exists or whatever is partially because Twitch has made assurances that it's fucking illegal, that it's illegal to do crypto gambling, unregulated crypto gambling on the fucking website. But having said that, Twitch's terms of service dictates that porn is not allowed on the website. Twitch's terms of service dictates that you can't have like a fake Elon Musk cryptocurrency rug pull live stream on the website that is botted to shit. And yet for some reason, these things keep happening.
Can I please say two things? Please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Two things. One, I would be very impressed if Stake took the exact same stance as Twitch, which is just prohibiting streaming of gambling sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed either in the US or other jurisdictions. If they did that, I would believe that they care more about streaming than they do about the profits that they would get from gambling. Okay, one. And two, okay, you said the only reason people cared back then is because me and Trainwrecks did it. People don't care because it's you and Trainwrecks. You guys just bring along these massive audiences, which brought more spotlight to an issue, made it a larger issue, and then people started caring about it. We're not following you guys as individuals trying to get angry about things that you do. It's about the audience that you bring to these things. Don't be mad that you're popular.
Nobody said this shit. Even the popular ones. You're not. Sorry to say. You and Hasan aren't that cool with your anti-gamba take. Okay. The main drive that caused the wave initially is somebody who didn't get a deal, who caused that wave, and he just hopped on it to look good.
Who?
That's the only reason.
Who didn't get a deal?
You guys didn't say shit initially for the longest time until Miz did, and you hopped on there.
Because I had no idea that it was like this big of a deal. Once it got into the spotlight, I made my stance very clear.
That's just goalpost. You're just goalposting at that point.
Oh my god, I can't believe you think there's more to it than like, hey, it just wasn't that big of a deal, and then a bunch of big streamers started either doing it or talking about it, and then it was a big deal.
It wasn't one. It wasn't some guys, or it was one guy. It was one guy who had
what's the issue with that? That's just how something was brought to light.
He has his own motives to do it, which is called weaponizing, which will always use against me when I don't fit their narratives. They're weaponizing something.
If you think Miz has a vendetta against you and
you guys hopped on the cock. That's what happened. I
promise you, no one's trying to hop on Miz's cock.
But
wait, what? No, I definitely, I love hopping on Mizkif's cock. What happened? I was peeing.
I promise you, it's not that deep. Maybe Miz brought it up because he has, something.
You know what's really funny about this? It's ahistoric because myself and Ethan had this debate, I'm pretty sure, ever before Mizkif literally even got a fucking stake or crypto gambling sponsorship.
Ethan,
you and I had this conversation with Train years ago.
This really doesn't look like it.
Old fossil guy. Holy fuck. This fucking balder took a loot box scam from his viewers, which is inherently worse. Fucking bald Andy. And
who's that? Who's he talking about?
Listen,
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking
about. Too far gone.
Balder. Yep. And have you ever brought that up? Have you ever talked about it? Have you ever debated about it? I'm sure.
Wait, Ethan is literally the least bald motherfucker on the planet. What are you talking about? He's like famously has
hair.
Are you mistaking him for someone else? His hairline is literally like down to his fucking eyebrows.
I don't give a fuck. He has white hair. The man is 60.
Wait, okay, that's a different argument. So I don't know what Ethan did. I don't know what you're talking about. What is it? He did like a loot box or something? What?
I'm pretty sure. Chat, give me the files on that.
Oh, so you're not sure.
I'm pretty sure. I checked last time, but it's
Wait,
not.
Did you fucking just say that this dude did some shit that I didn't even know about? You called him bald, and then you said he has white hair. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Bro. Listen, you brought up Ethan. I'm just saying it's because you use him as an example because he's not clean on that department.
Okay, I agree. If he did some like gambling shit, then I think it's fucked up that he did that. Good thing he's not doing it any longer, I think. I don't know.
Shit, I like that. Look at that. You can pay money, it opens up some chest, whatever, and it has his face on it. Look at that. Ethan. Is that your boy? Is that him? Is that your boy right there?
Well, you're comparing all sorts of like chess and gambling
Brother.
and this and that to the worst of the worst.
I don't know why you think this is a
crypto
like, what do you mean? Okay, that's bad and wrong.
You bring it. Okay, and have you talked about it? It seems like you don't care because it's your friend, but it seems like you care back in the days because it's for virtue.
No, I have never talked about it because I had no fucking idea. Felix, why the fuck would I? It's a fucking mobile game loot box from 4 years ago. How the fuck am I supposed to know every single thing that this man has done? He's also said the N-word with a hard R, and he very openly has apologized for it multiple fucking times. Okay. It's like bringing that shit up and being like, whoa, remember when you said the N-word with a hard R? Well, that's really fucked up that you're working with him. It's like, yeah, I know that. I know that, and he's addressed it.
And then that would like bringing up Jolt coin from fucking Trent from way back when, right? That would be the same type of behavior, right?
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck Jolt coin is either. It's like some shit that Mizkif brought up about Train, no?
Okay, so now it's valid. The one's not valid.
So what aboutism is going really far?
Dude,
it's a lot of pick and choose.
Okay. I wasn't saying you're train washed or you're train posting beforehand. I was saying your arguments resemble Trains. Now I'm saying it. You're fucking train washed, brother. Who the fuck talked about Jolt coin or Mizkif or any number of things? Now I'm saying it. You're fucking, you are schizo.
Okay,
you're behaving schizo as fuck right now.
You guys care about things based on what it looks like and what you gain out of it. And that's just how it is. It seems like the care
What is going on? Bro, you're fighting fucking shadows. You're fighting demons in your head right now. What the fuck?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying, your focus shifts based on who is doing it. And I think that's inherently bad. I don't think it's a good maneuver.
I don't think that's true.
You're right.
I think
I should go back.
If the same issues were brought to him or me, no matter who's doing it, we would be against it. Maybe it would only come to our attention because someone as large and prominent as you is doing it, but that doesn't make it personal or different for different people.
Okay.
Dude. Yeah, I can't speak on what Ethan has done in the past because I truly had no idea. I'm sure if I were to ask him, he might have addressed it. He might not have a problem with it. You know what I mean? These are all things I can't speak on because I was unfamiliar with this until you just brought it up. And I don't know why you think it's an own overall.
Because you brought Ethan like some sort of like sword or something like that. Like what?
No, because no, I didn't. Ethan is irrelevant in this conversation. I brought him up because to say you, me, Trainwrecks, and Ethan Klein had this fucking argument about crypto gambling literally years before Mizkif ever joined the fray, before Mizkif ever got in the conversation. That was just to show you that the timeline in your head is wrong, that I have been consistently speaking out against this sort of thing way before Mizkif ever joined. That's the only reason why I brought up Ethan to the conversation.
Yeah. I just wish that see,
no, there was 2 combos before Mizkif got, I think. It was when Aiden.
Yeah, true.
There was 2 different conversations.
Was it? Because it seems to me like his whole argument was like, oh, dude, it's the children this, it's for the children that, children this, and his game looks like it's just made for children. That's their main appeal. So I think it's kind of rich, but it is what it is.
Okay, but again, you should take that up with Ethan. I think he would love to have you on the stream, probably, if you wanna talk to him about that.
Ethan is a snake. He's just very snake.
Wait, you can't just say that. You can't just. Oh, come on. You can't just like be like, oh, he's a snake. I'm not gonna do it. Like you've gotten much better at debating. You've gotten much better at debating over the years that I've known you. You should debate him on it.
Okay, I think Ethan will quite literally cook me every like 2 weeks when he gets bored. Literally, he'll say something sly or some dog shit. He does. I would like to like Ethan. But he's just like you. He can't hold himself back from saying some dumb shit sometimes. And he knows he's doing it out of bad faith. And you know he's a bad faith actor. And you know that. Don't deny it.
I don't think he's a bad faith actor. I disagree with that. The common shared perspective online, especially from like people that don't like me and don't like Ethan, is that yes, he is bad faith, but I don't agree with that.
Yeah, well, I do think that based on the perspective and the movement behind, you guys justify or not justify sometimes a behavior and some things that you guys do overall. If you have the right opinion, you have more leeway to do dumb shit compared to if you're on the other side, which I think is.
I definitely disagree with that because I have no fucking leeway. How can you say that when I believe what I'm advocating for is correct? I try to live by those principles as best as I can within the current restrictive confines of existing under the society that we live under. And yet I get fucking yelled at for buying a house. You've been inside that house. As far as like other streamers and shit, that house is nothing. And yet it's still used. People still, including Train, speaking of bad faith, Trainwrecks is the #1 bad faith, Andy. He keeps saying like, oh, develop systems. We've had a conversation where I've described all this stuff to him, and yet he still turns around and goes on a fucking phone conversation with like the owner of Kick, and they're over there talking with like Travis Scott's manager about how I'm like, I live rent-free in their fucking minds for some goddamn reason. They're like supposed to be doing like a site-wide announcement or some shit. And even then they're talking about how I'm a fucking fake socialist or whatever. Like, come on. That's ridiculous. That shit is unironically bad faith, especially because I've literally sat him down and walked him step by step over this point of contention, supposedly. And he just fucking wiped it out of his mind for some reason.